During the year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the Exiled lands, crucified, and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed. Death comes swiftly on black wings, until fate intervenes.
Thirsty, dead woman. Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree? It might kill you. You civilized women are soft. Your lives are not nailed to your spines. Where I come from, we kill our enemies in battle. We don't leave them in the desert to die like dogs. So, you live again, dead woman. This land does not love men. You are marked. Cross the ghost fence wearing that. It might have been kinder to leave you on the cross. Live, love, burn with life, slay and survive. We will meet again, dead woman.
Alright, what is up, my Starman fam? Welcome back to another video from my dedicated gaming channel. I'm your friendly neighborhood Starman. Welcome to Conan Exiles, Age of Heroes. Yep, I am back on Conan Exiles. It's been quite a long time since I last hopped on Conan Exiles, and this latest chapter has gone through a new update. Age of Heroes. New things were introduced. And as you can see, I created my character, my brand mascot, Starling. And now we're ready to hop on a new adventure. It starts off like as a survival game, but then as you have everything you need, gear, etc., a base, now it just becomes an action-adventure game. And now we're ready to take our first steps. You know, journey steps. You know, I'm not going to worry about doing journey steps or anything because I am very familiar with the game. So if you want to display the journey steps, you can go ahead and do so. That way, if you're new to the game, following the journey steps is something I would recommend you would do. Now, if you like to join, if you decided to start a new game and would like to follow along with me, you are more than welcome to. Make it look like we're adventuring together. Alright, and now, let's begin. And we start by interacting with this monolith.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Alright, so... Yep, this little bracelet we have on our arm is something that we're tied to, and we're not allowed to cross what they call the ghost fence. If you try to, you instantly die. And this has been over here since, you know, I think it was Age of Sorcery that came out, I believe so. And right over here we find some corpses. We cannot loot them, but there is a chest that we can loot, and we can get some supplies. And where is it? Alright, what we picked up from that chest is some roasted haunch. This will definitely top off our hunger, but I'm not going to eat it right now. But it's also part of a journey step. So here in the settings, I adjusted the settings to make it so I can have a fun single player experience. The few things I adjusted is the day and night speed cycle. The days will be longer. The nights will be short. And as for crafting and gathering, I turned up the crafting. That way we can get some more resources. You know, whenever we harvest. And on crafting, I turned the crafting speed. I turned the crafting time down because at default it will take forever to get for things to get crafted, and also, you know, the taming and thrall breaking. That I also turned that time down so we can get them faster. That way it doesn't take forever. And we start by gathering some plant fibers from these shrubs, and we also get a handful of insects and seeds. Now seeds, we can eat the bugs, and thinking like Timon and Pumbaa who eat bugs. Well, that's a start. That's a start until we start getting some real protein. Alright, we did gain a few levels, so as we level up, we gain knowledge points to unlock new recipes here under the knowledge tab. And then as we level up, we get attribute points to spend. And the first thing I'm going to spend them on is, I believe I'm going to start with... I'm going to go with Vitality. That way we can get that passive health regeneration. So, and then you'll slowly see the health bar going back up. And it saves you a bandage or two. Speaking of bandages, we got plant fibers, so over on the right we can craft twine. I'm going to make 10 of them, and I'm also going to make about 2 sets of bandages. A set of bandages makes 3, so we have a total of 6. And then I'm going to put the bandages right up here in the hot circle. And now that we got some bandages, let's get some clothing for Starling. I'm not going to make her go naked all episode. Alright? Let's get the tunic, and the wraps, and it'll automatically be equipped. And I'll make some more twine as well. Twine is like, you know, rope. Alright, and... oh yeah. We need our water skin because we're going to go thirsty out here in the desert. And next to this water skin there is a note we can read, that we can interact with.
I am beaten, left to rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun over the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence. This cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
Alright, and here on the heads-up display, you can see the top bar, the white bar, is your XP bar. Once it fills, you gain a level. The middle health bar, the red, is health, and on the one on the bottom, the yellow bar, is stamina. and there's the fourth circle is beneath it. The one on the left is your thirst. The second one is your hunger. Third is your encumbrance, and the fourth is the temperature. So there will be places around the map that are going to be that's going to be too hot or too cold. We need to get some recommended gear in order to help us survive through these harsh temperatures. Yep, and all we can do right now is follow the path, and then as we proceed forward, we can now start finding some branches, and then we need to start crafting some tools in order to get us started. And just up ahead, we have this giant bat. It's not going to attack us; it'll just fly away. It'll just fly away. We don't need to worry about that. But there is a note that it's left behind.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the fight of the axe.
Yep, but the enemies we'll face out here in this world, in the Exiled lands. Alright, we should have enough so we can start getting our tools. A stone skinning knife, a stone pick, and a stone hatchet. Now, and as I gained a level, I'm gonna spend a point into grit. That way we can get some extra stamina. Now, when every 5 levels on a certain attribute, you'll get a perk. And then, all right. So now if you want a specific weapon, you just have to unlock the knowledge based on the weapon you want to go with. Like, warrior. I'm a sword guy, so I'm gonna go down the warrior path and unlock the recipe for the warrior, and you also unlock a journey for warrior. There's also different journeys related to specific types of weapons that you want to go with, but give it a try. And like I said, I'm not gonna do the journey stabs because I already know how to play the game, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a challenge. And then we'll unlock armors down the road as we continue to progress the levels. And for construction, I'm gonna unlock the stone structures. And we'll need that. We definitely need storage. So the wooden box. We need a campfire to cook. And then all the weapons you can unlock is to get the shield, daggers, the hammers, and you have bows. I could use a bow, so I'll unlock that. And we also unlock the archer. All right, and that's about all I can spend. I only have 4 points left, and I'm gonna unlock the stairs that way because make a proper entrance. Oh yes, the bed. And you know what? I need a torch, so I'm gonna unlock that. And I got 2 left to spend. And oh yes, and if you're gonna unlock a recipe, it also tells you how many knowledge points it will cost. As you unlock the better recipes, advanced recipes, it will cost more knowledge points. And the bed. Alright, we should be okay with that. We have 1 left over. Alright, now that I've unlocked the recipe for the sword, and it's time to eat up, so I'm gonna save these for later, so gonna think like Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King and eat some bugs. and I'm also thirsty, so we have our water skin, so let's drink up. That's also a journey step. Okay. I almost dehydrated myself. I didn't watch my thirst for a moment. Alright. Now then, I'm gonna unlock the stone sword. And I don't think I unlocked the shield, but let me go ahead and take a look. Oh yes, there we go. Defender, there we go. I unlocked the shield, so we need something to defend ourselves. So for starters, a wooden shield, but we need to get some wood. And that's by chopping down some trees. And now that I got some tools, and I'm gonna put my sword here, my pick there, and my hatchet here, and my skinning knife right here. So now, and now all we can do is proceed down the road. Alright, now we're starting to see some green, and we now have to find some trees to chop down. Let's get started. And I also have to watch my encumbrance, so each attribute you level up will increase one of your stats. So, example, now for strength it also increases your encumbrance. And then stamina, vitality, health. Oh yes, and authority, it also increases the amount of concussive damage you deal when you're trying to knock out some hostile thralls. Alright. Now that we got some wood, I'm gonna make myself a wooden shield to defend myself. And since I've unlocked the standard torch, all it takes is some wood and plant fiber. I'll unlock that. That way we have some light. I gain an attribute point, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend it into strength. Alright. Let's go ahead and equip our shield right there. And then get our sword out, and I think it's time we put our stone weapons to the test. But you go with whatever weapon you're comfortable with. So you don't have to take my word for it. And here we have some shalebacks. And now we're going to go ahead and start. Now here's something interesting I've noticed. We can now target different body parts whenever we're locked onto an enemy, like this one. You can target which body part. It wasn't like that before. That's one of the new changes I've noticed. And now, if you want to target the legs, to slow them down. All right, let's learn how to block. Come on. Let's demonstrate how we block with the shield. And you also watch your stamina. Alright. Now let's take our skinning knife and chop them up. We get hide and some savory flesh. That's what we need. That's the real protein right there. Alright, we got a level, so I'm going to put a point into strength. Alright, and then we have those imps. We have those imps to deal with, so we're going to take care of this guy. Yep, that was easy. We can also harvest them for warhide. We also get a little bit of feral flesh, but yeah, you can cook the feral flesh, but honestly, this is better. The savory flesh is better. You get more benefit. You get more hunger. You get more hunger restored with cooked savory flesh. All right. Now, right down over there is a thrall camp, and it appears that that crocodile got the best of these thralls, but we're not gonna go near that. If that crocodile got the best of these thralls, then we don't want to go near it. Yeah, I'll explain to you later on down the road why something like that happens. But normally the thralls at that camp would easily take down a crocodile. Oh, and here we have the sentinel statues. Now, in the past, these two statues were not properly rendered in because I'm playing on the PS5. And these twin sentinels were not properly rendered in. They were completely invisible, and I was still able to bump into something. I'm like, why am I bumping into something solid? There's nothing there? And it turns out the twin sentinel statues were not properly rendered in. And I'm glad they fixed it. I'm glad they fixed that after the updates. And then over here we find an NPC to talk to. This will complete a journey step of finding someone to talk to. This is Arcos the Wanderer.
Another new one, eh? I can smell it on you. Veterans tend to smell just a little more like despair. I'm Arcos. Once a sailor, now a wanderer. You didn't think you were the only one, did you? You should go up north. There's whole cities of exiles up there.
And then we can learn an emote, the polite clap. We can unlock emotes around the map so that we can discover. Now let's get some dialogue from Arcos.
In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, it seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week. Not all of them are as friendly as I am, mind you. Watch your step. There are a lot of desperate people out there. Bracelets? You can't remove them. Saw one fool cut his arm clean off trying to get rid of it. He bled to death right there in the sand. Nasty business. Leave it on. You'll start to hear the voices soon enough, and then you'll start seeing the ghosts. I don't think the voices are for us. Not for us here and now. I think they were talking to somebody else. Back then. Wherever it was. Whenever it was. Those pillars keep us confined here. Some call it the curse wall, or the ghost fence, or just the boundary. Doesn't really matter what it's called, does it? I walked all the way around it once. Had to be careful not to cross it, of course. Once in the north, I saw a few people on the other side, wearing bracelets just like ours, with gems of amber. Makes you wonder. I'm no scholar, but I've met a few who passed through. They all have mad theories about what the ruins scattered around here are. The Mirians, Giant Kings, Kari, Pelusian Serpent Men. Do those names mean anything to you? Never mind. It's my experience that men who have their minds in the past get eaten by crocodiles in the present. In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, it seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week.
Alright, that's all the dialogue we got.
Watch your step. There are a lot of desperate people out there.
Alright, that's all the dialogue we got, and we are hungry. So let's go ahead and eat that roasted haunch that we found in the chest. That'll keep our stomach quiet. Yep, it restored almost all of our hunger, but that should be enough to last us for quite a while until we're settled in. Now I'm gonna find a place to build a little makeshift house, and this is where we're gonna be starting for a little bit, because I know exactly where I'm gonna set up my actual base, and where I'm going to have my workstations occupied by worker thralls. And here we have a crocodile to deal with. Alright, this crocodile, they're easy to deal with, you know. Yeah, that I was not careful right there. So you can they're easily predictable, because when they pause, then they move in for a bite, for a large bite. So they're easy to predict. So the crocodiles are not that hard to deal with. So I'm a little rusty, and since we took damage, let's go ahead and use our bandage to heal ourselves. And another healing consumable we can make out of scratch is weak aloe extract. All we got to do is find these aloe plants, harvest aloe leaves, and then we can make weak aloe extract. This is what I use whenever I need to heal in the middle of battle. So let's go ahead and craft one. But once we craft like an alchemy bench, then we're able to make the standard aloe extract, and it will give us more benefit from that. All right, I'm gonna make 5 of these, and then I'm gonna put them right here. That way, I can heal right off the bat. And let's chop up this crocodile. We get reptile hide and fangs, and the reptile hide can be turned into basic hide once we have a certain workstation set up. And I believe this is where I'm going to be setting up shop. And now, in order to start building your structures, we need to craft ourselves a construction hammer like this. All it takes is 10 units of wood and twine, but it's like that based on my settings. You can adjust the crafting amount cost but I just put it slightly lower. That way, you know, it makes it easy to make. And I don't want to make it set it too low, because it would feel like it's way too easy to do. And I want to keep my play style balanced and enjoyable. All right, construction hammer is all built, and let's set the and I'm not going to be harvesting any hides, so I'll replace the stone skinning knife. Replace the stone skinning knife. I need to unequip it. I need to unequip it first, and then I can move this. Otherwise, it won't work. All right. Now then, now we enter build mode. Once we have our construction hammer out, and then by pressing up, not up, but by pressing L1 on my PS5 controller, we can look at the different recipes we can begin building. But we want to start with is the foundation, and it takes stone and wood. But I'm definitely going to need a lot of stone for this. And we can also cycle the build mode. I need to raise it a little bit. That way it doesn't feel like it's too far into the ground. And the way I'm going to set up this little cottage is going to be a 2x3. I'm going to set up a 2x3. Alright, let's see. I can only make 3 right now, but I'm going to need more stone for this. And then let's go ahead and place these 3 down. We can rotate them. We can rotate them, as well as increase the height. There we go. Yeah. If you're missing a component, if you're missing a crafting ingredient, then where you can see it's all white. That way, because if we can't place it, then we're missing that particular material. All right, now let's go grab some stone from the rocks nearby, and then so let's get to work. You know what? I'm just gonna go with 3x3. I'm just gonna go with 3x3, and then now we need the doorway, windows, add a stone. I may want to build a storage box. So in order to make a storage box, we can move to the decorations tab, and then go down to the storage tab to storage. And then we select the storage box, and I'm gonna set it inside the house. Gonna put like a couple. There we go. And then we need to store the extra stuff we don't need to carry on us right now. So the reptile hide can go in here, because I don't have the means to turn it to basic hide at the moment. You know what? I'm gonna drop this. I'm not gonna need the fangs. Alright, the walls are set, and now for the rooftop. And I've gotten better at how to build a proper roof. Alright, and now we're gonna put this wall here. And now for the slope roof, we're going to need branches. And I believe I stored my branches in this container. So I'm gonna need them. Alright. Alright, let's set these down. Oops, that was bad. That's not how I wanted. Yeah, if we remove it, we get the materials back. But if they're damaged and we remove them, we will get less of the materials. There we go. And in order to make it a complete proper roof, all right, we're gonna go with the roofer knowledge, and we get some more recipes unlocked. and the ones and to make it to, and then we're gonna top it off by doing the thatch rooftop end. There we go. Put it on both ends, and then the thatch rooftop. There we go. Now it's a proper home. And finally, in order to set your spawn point, we must craft a bed. It's under the decorations, and on the bedroom. Since I got a bed, what I need is hide and twine. Twine is easy to make, so I'm gonna make about 50 units of twine, and I put the hide over here in this box. If I can get to it. There we go. And now we can go ahead and construct the bed. Oh, and I'm missing wood. Alright, we get some. Alright, we got enough to make the bed. Oh, did I mean to do that? I need to put the stairs. That way I don't have to deal with that kind of problem, making me have to jump and then I end up climbing on the wall. Alright, let's put the bed here. The spawn point is updated. And now, we also need to put a door, which takes wood and twine. There we go. Doors placed. And I'm going to put another storage right here. That way, if I find some gear, I can put it in this. It's kind of like a footlocker. And this is where I'm going to put, materials I don't need to carry with me on right now. We'll throw that in there. Alright, I did gain more attribute points. So, put one into grit, and then we'll put another one into strength. And now we need something to cook our food. So now that with the stuff that we got, we go. It's actually on our what we can craft off the bat without a construction hammer, and that's the campfire. Let's craft the campfire. Then we got to put it into our hot circle. I need to get out of build mode. There we go. And then you can barely see an arrow. It indicates where it's facing. And yep, we'll place it right here. And then we're gonna put some wood in there. And then the savory flesh. And then start cooking. Once it's cooked everything, it will automatically stop, which I like. I like that. And now we got some more food. We got some more food that we cooked. We'll leave the wood in there. We can definitely grab some more. We're look at that. We're pretty much set. Minus the stairs. I need to put the stairs down, silly me. I need to get more wood. But you know what? I get some. I may have to offload some stuff that I don't need on me right now. That's weighing me down. It's the stone. There we go. That's better. That's better. Now we have a little home for us. Looks kind of weird though. Looks kind of weird how how the rooftop goes, but oh well. At least it's a start. At least it's a start. All right, now for our knowledge points, let's see. Now, well, let's unlock the recipe for the Lesser Wheel of Pain. I'll be getting some thralls once I am settled into a place where I'm gonna call a home base. This place right here is gonna be a starting point, a starting base. Now I'm not gonna set up the Wheel of Pain here. I know a particular place we're gonna go. And now we're going to need some armor. So, but now we can start crafting some light armor, and we also get the recipe for the armorer's bench. Now I want to set up a place, where I can set up the workstations. Let's set up like a foundation of about 4x4. There we go. This section's going to be where my workstations are going to go. And right now, and the smith, and here's, and right now, all I got right now is the armorer's bench. So, and I need more stone for this. But we will get to that. We'll start. We're pretty much getting ourselves set up for the next episode, because in the next episode we're going to start putting our workstations together and start crafting our gear, and then we're going to go out and explore a little bit of the map, because if we want to go exploring, we need to get some good gear. We need to get some better gear. We don't want to be in tatters and using sticks and stones. Yep, we definitely need the real stuff. So, if you guys have any questions on Conan Exiles, I'll be more than happy to answer them the best I can, as if I know it. Let me know in the comment section below. And this is where I'll wrap up the first episode of Conan Exiles Age of Heroes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel out. Thank you all so much for all the love and the support you have given me. It really does mean a lot. You guys are so amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for being part of this amazing community. So that is it for this episode of Conan Exiles, Age of Heroes, and I will catch you guys next time. Remember, rise up, be blessed, and smile.